Alrighty, well guys, this is the final stage. I've meant to come on way early, but some things came up that I had to take care of, so kind of put me behind a wee bit, but we are going to go forward with this. All right, of course I forgot to do that, but it's all right. What we're gonna do really to start off with is mess with these clouds. I'll push this up, over here like so. And of course I forgot to, I tend to forget simple things. Hold on. All right. So way there. I tend to forget. I always tend to forget. Let's put this back on. All right. Okie dokie. I tend to forget to put that black curtain up. All right. Okie dokie. I have been told that I should have a little bit of purple in that dark sky because it looks a little bit too dark. So I guess I'll throw in a little bit of purple just to appease. I'm just trying to find my good old trusty filbert. We'll deal with the filbert. Down below we have some dioxazine purple and a little bit of white and nothing else. I want to dip into the white here. Get a little touch of purple in there. I might want it a little darker than that, so let's dip into some more purple. A little darker than that. I just want to tint it up a little bit. That might work more or less. I got a feeling I'm going to need a soft brush to kind of pat some of this down. And we're going to put it in various little spots, all right? Okay, well, quite frankly, here we go. We'll throw in some purple. I'll start it up around in here a little bit. And what I'll do is I'll kind of play around some tints of this stuff. And we'll kind of wave it in there a little bit. We can kind of gentle tints of purple. So I'll just kind of pat some stuff in there. As some of this purple wears away from my brush, it fades in a little bit better. And I really want just a little dusting of purple. So it gets moved around here and there. So nice little gentle tints. Of purple here and there. So I don't have to really overdo it with the purple. Maybe a little bit up there in the corner. Just kind of give a little tap. So you can see little wisps of it in there. And not necessarily any really hard edges in it. So wherever shade of gray that's really going to accept that purple, that's what you're going to see in it. But anything else, it will kind of it'll just wear away a little bit. Just little bits of it, and I can once again brush away the hard edges. Not really much left to do on this painting per se. I don't necessarily have to add a lot of highlights to this because it is pretty much the underside of the storm, the oncoming storm. Just, little accents here and there. I don't have to, like I say, go crazy with it. Just a little touch here and there. And pretty much kind of underneath. And keeping with the roundness of the clouds. Like I say, you don't have to really overdo it, just a little bit here and there. Just kind of roll it into that gray, blend it in. I may put a little bit over in here. Just like that. Right on the other side. You guys don't see me doing this, but I'm just bleeding some purple on the tail end of the dark cloud on the other side of the fish fin. So, essentially right there. Right in there. Just a little bit. I don't have to, once again, I don't have to overdo it. See, just little hints of purple here and there. No harsh lines, kind of fade the lines in. Tint some of that white with the purple. Because I really don't want any white. So I'll just tint it with a little bit of purple in there. But it does add some color to the dark cloud. Okay, so we've pretty much got that taken care of. So that adds a little color to those clouds a little bit there. All right. Okay. Let's for right now, let's tend with this fish for a second. What I'm going to do, because I really don't have to do much more to the top part of this until I get the splash going and water droplets and things like that. Let's clean off this brush first. Okay, what I want to do is get some, I'll show you here, get some iridescent paint. Well, it's actually iridescent medium. Basically, it's a large tube of acrylic fingernail polish, the sparkly stuff. Now it goes on clear, okay? And what I'm going to do is put it over the fish in certain areas. So I'll take a flat brush, okay, and I'll get some of this medium, and that's all it is, it's just medium. Like I said, it goes on clear, okay. You can add color to this, but I won't add it. And I will get some nice little sparkles going with this. And I'll probably just rub it in on the clear areas here. Some of this will be covered with water splashes and such, but I can at least get some sparkle on the fish. Kind of represent scales and whatnot. Now the camera might not catch all these sparkles and glitters. It might not catch it very well. Like I say, as you can see, it does go on clear, and it will dry that way. It'll dry clear. Okay. But it will have a little glitter going on here with it. So as it dries, you know, you'll still see a little bit of the glitter happening with it. And that's what you're going to be looking at. I really don't need it really much more anywhere else. I don't need to put it on the fins or anything. Usually the body of the fish will have it, but you can kind of see it right there. Wherever the light hits it, that's where you're gonna pretty much see it. And that's what, you know, that's what it looks like. It just looks like little shiny glitter stuff on the fish. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit of that before we really move on. Once again, I don't have to really put it anywhere else on the fish. That's pretty much where it needs to be. Okay, I'll clean off the brush. Okie dokie then. And get a swig of my coffee. I guess I could have shared this out, huh? And let's see if I can share this guy. No, that's not what I want to look at. Let's do this. Hey, Bill, how are you? Good afternoon. Not too many people are going to watch today because I don't really know if they even know that I'm even on, because some people don't get the notifications, but that's okay. We're gonna still keep on going. All right, I really don't have to mess with anything up here. I don't even have to mess with the fish. Everything is pretty much down below. All right. Okay, let's pan this out a bit. What about there? Should be good. And I can move the, let's put it right above, up here. We'll be spending most of our attention to pretty much everything down here. I can probably move this palette. I don't have to be this close, I guess. Let's move it back. Let's move this more or less down here. Let's position this up here. If we're gonna primarily deal with the bottom part, so we'll just kind of scooch it down this way. Let's see. Always got to do minute little adjustments here just to get it right, and that's all good. I guess we're okay around this area. Pop the focus on here, get it sharp again. All right, and try my best to get my head out of the way. I'm scooched over a little more to the side so you see my face more. I just have to sit back. Let me see if I can share this out. Actually, I need to be on my page, to be honest with you. I'll just put it on my news feed. Okay. I don't need to add anything. I just pop it there. And then I'll come over here and do it this way. All right. I really wish, these ads are annoying, to say the very least. All right. Okay, so let's get to getting. So what I'm gonna do is really do the final coloring here. All right, the splashes and everything will come a little bit later after I put all of this stuff in. Okay, now I do have some paint here that I really don't need to be put in here, so I can get rid of the glitter stuff. I don't need that anymore. The white I don't really need. The purple I probably could have used, but I don't want to be bothered. I'll just get rid of it, scoop it up, because I need to water the darker blue. Okay, so I'm going to need, I guess I'll use the rest of this turquoise green. So I'll put turquoise green and blue in here. The purple and whatnot that you see does not matter. Get a little bit of turquoise. And I know it's on the floor. I never picked it up off the floor, but that's okay. And I'm gonna use a little bit of Prussian. Prussian's a pretty deep color, so I'll use a nice mix of both of those colors. And now I gotta put some water in this. So what I'll do, I'll just take it out of the tube here, and I'll just kind of put the water in there just like that. And I just got to mix it up. All right. I believe I will use my 3-inch brush to mix this stuff up. And what I'll do, I'll just kind of blend it and mix it in together. I'll just use the soft brush and kind of water it in there, mix it in. And I'm gonna keep doing it until the paint kind of dissolves, mixes in together. Because I will more than likely probably do a couple passes. It's pretty decently warm in here, so. I think that will do quite nicely. And what's going to happen once I put the darker layers of color on, besides make a mess. Oh, thinking of messes. Let me, I have to cover my, my tablet here. All right. But you see what I mixed here. All right. So I don't really need to have this on. Let's take this off. All right. Let's bring this up a little higher. Well, not really. You guys see everything. I'll bring it up a little higher anyway, right about there. And you see my tablet down below right here. You see the little brown finger? This is where the tablet is. Okay. Now, different from yesterday, I have a little more paint on this brush. It's a larger brush. And what I'm going to do really is just shade all this in. Okay, including part of that. Okay, because I didn't put the break where the water would meet him. That's because there's going to be splashes here and splashes behind the fish that give note that it's actually jumping out of the water. Okay, but before I can add any of that, I gotta cover all of this up. Okay, and real, here we go. This is going to make a little bit of a mess, and I expect that. But here we go. Go right across the fish too. I go across him. Put it right in there. Put it right in there and go across. I'll probably be doing this a few times just to get the right kind of tone going. But I'll do a first coat. Go all the way down. Now a lot of this is dry, so I can keep going over it the way I'm going over it. And I'll probably be doing this numerous times just to get it in there. Nice solid overlap. I overlap a little bit. Just cover that up there, just like that, and just let it dry. If I get kind of weird underwater streaks, that's also fine. And we'll be going over it again, and we're going to be going over it again. Okay. And it's okay. I'll just let it set, dry. A lot of it's going to kind of make these little water ripple things happen in it, and that's fine too. That's all right. Just let it happen, Captain. Come down here and add a little bit more of that love in there. All right. Yep, just pressing on a little color in certain areas. And let it alone, let it dry a little bit, and we'll continue on. I'll keep Mr. Brush right here. I'm gonna grab me a tissue real quick, piece of towel, so I can get some of the paint that is going to run downward, which is okay. So besides getting the water to the exact kind of shade I want. Take care of a lot of that. Just like so. It's gonna keep doing what it's doing, and that's all right. Because essentially it's a lot like you putting watercolor down. Okay, all the paint is gonna travel downward until it starts to harden up and dry, which is fine. When I go across the fish the way I am, that's also fine, because one, it brings the fish, well, it includes it in the painting, brings him underwater, as you can see. Okay, it submerges him, that off color, once again, it brings him under the water. So all is good. All right, so we'll just let it, like I said, I'll just let it dry a little bit, and I'll probably pop in some extra little tones and stuff. But we're gonna do yet another pass. All right, so it'll be just a darker version of this blue-green underneath here. Okay. So I have time to have a sip of my coffee. How did I get blue paint on the rim of my coffee mug? I don't know. Pretty much the major part of doing this painting, really, is the bottom half. Okay, to be honest with you. All right. Like I say, a lot of the rays going through does not have to be really super blatant and stuff. So the more I color and the more subdued they'll be. Yeah, this is a little paint here that's in there. I'm trying to get it out of there. I'll have a few of those. Once again, I'll try to move my head out of the way, but it's just the way I'm seated right now. And if you notice, some of the sea rocks down at the bottom, they look a little faded out or whatnot. You still see the fishies under there, and you see them submerged in there. Some you can barely see, but they're in there. But it gives the sense of depth under the water. It is the different variations of gray that you see all of that happening in. Okay, so these rocks are basically just different values of black and white for gray. The rest of the gray that you see is a mixture of blue and orange, purple and yellow, and red and green. Okay, so it's different variations. They're different combinations and variations on color opposites. Hey, how you doing, Diana? And happy birthday. Yeah, it's a commission. Yeah, it's the gentleman that wants this. It kind of reminds him back in the day when he was much younger, and he's from well, I'll just say he's from one of the islands, and essentially he's really a farmer. So everything that he ate, he grew. If he didn't grow it, he hunted it. Okay, out there. So, so this is just one of his memories. Hunting tuna. The guy used to fish for tuna, and if you know how large tuna is ocean tuna. You would be impressed, because you know these guys are almost, well, they weigh as much as a dolphin, just 2 feet shorter. That's how big a tuna is. You know, they're monstrous. So yeah, I think I'll be horning in on that party around 5 o'clock, because I'll be done with this by then. Because basically I've already added the purple. I was suggested to put purple in my dark clouds. Obviously you don't see them, they're off screen here. So I did put purple in the dark clouds. Basically it's the color in the water, add the splashes in the bubbles, detail-y stuff like that, and really that's about it. I'm going to do another pass of this blue-green. You don't see the blue-green on the palette because I don't have the palette on camera, but there it is. It's a 3-inch wide Hake brush. Okay. I'll take it out of there. It's a 3-inch wide Hake brush. And, you know, I already knew, just to tone down some of these sun rays and such, that I'll be covering over this half of the board with this blue-green. So, well, it's really word of mouth. The guy's daughter, she's a singer at the church that I go to, and red is her favorite color. She's seen me post, do some lives, and I think I did some Valentine stuff. I don't know why I did it, but I think I did hearts and flowers and whatnot. And then she's seen it, bought it. Oh no, I did a woman with a hat. It was actually a tutorial from, what is her name? Cinnamon Cooney, the art Sherpa. And so I did my version of the lady with the hat. She bought it. And then I did a Valentine's one. She bought that, but she wanted one for her mom, and it started from there. And then, you know, other people, they go to his house or whatever, and they see the paintings, and, you know, and then, you know, they ask, you know, who did it and whatnot. And that's basically how I did them, you know, and how I get them. So he called me last week, and he had mentioned about a tuna and fishing. And, you know, he wanted a tuna hopping out of the water with a hook in his mouth. So I went to Google, looked up images of tuna, and ironically, this fish, now there's many different varieties of tuna. I took the pose from one variety of tuna and then took the coloring from another variety of tuna and just put the coloring on there, but I took the pose from another tuna, you know. And so I just put the mash together on this, and then I just did the water scene in clouds, whatever, it just came out of my head. So, but yeah, and you can also advertise, you know, for commissions also, you know. So, but that's basically how I started. You know, I've got commissions, because I think you've seen the one where I did the painting of my pastor. He asked for one. Actually, I did a portrait of Michelle Obama with some roses or whatever. He got that. Then he asked for one with actually the singer from the church asked me to do a commission because he likes bowling. So I did one with a Bible, some ray beams. No, not a Bible, a cross. It was the cross with the sunbeams going on a bowling lane with the bowling pins. So stuff like that. So they just happen to come up more and more and more. So, but that's how it all started, really. Okay, I'm gonna do another pass. Same color. It's gonna get a shade darker. All right, yet it's another pass through. And here we go. Just come down and just wipe it right across there. Okay, and as it pours, I'm just going just below that pour. All right, get some more paint. Just let it pour, let it do what it do. Okay, it's going to, because, well, gravity. All right, and don't be too concerned about streaks and all of that. One, ocean, if you get streaks like that, it actually helps you more than hinders you. Okay, so let it do its little streaks and such. Let it just drop down. It's going to get darker and darker and darker. Here, really don't matter because there's going to be, like, say, splashes, and there's going to be a kind of like a camera ocean kind of a line here that's going to, you know, let you know, obviously, top and bottom part of the water. Okay, so don't be nervous, Diana. It is stressful. It can be. I'll be blatantly honest. But yeah, you're talking about the warrior woman. Yeah. It can be stressful, but you know, you do your very best. Okay. And with commissions, especially doing people's faces and whatnot, you know, it all depends. Hers was kind of unique because it was like one giant cosplay. You know, she wanted to be Xena, the warrior princess, or whatever the heck she wanted to be. And so I did it. A fairy prince, fairy guardian something, because she had wings, or butterfly wings or something like that. I remember now. But yeah, it was pretty, you know, it was different. It was pretty cool. You know, you get a variety of them, but you know, you get a couple of pictures of that person, and you know, depending on what they want, what they're looking for, then that judges the scale and the size of how you want to do them and all of that. So, but yeah, you know, it kind of works that way, works like that. Okay. As you can see, the rays are still in here, but obviously with every pass they get more and more subdued. Okay, it's all right. These guys are more towards the front. They're, you know, they're in front of other objects and whatnot, which is also cool. I can later, when it fully dries, I can tighten them up, you know, make them a little neater, and really that's about it. I don't have to add any more to that. I can probably get away with adding like maybe a darker swipe through. Okay, just to give different impressions of depth. Or I can take the brush and just do it this way, come down this way, and just add different bits, because what it's going to do is it's going to blend into all this water anyway, and so it's just going to kind of melt in, and it just gives the water that different sense of different degrees of depth. So, you know. Oh, no problem. No problem. My daughter, the one that does nails, she gets so many commissions that she has to turn them away. You know, it's crazy, you know. Okay, right here. Right about here. I'll just kind of aim it downward. I'll just kind of put different tones in the water, right around in here somewhere. Just like that. And like I say, it'll melt in with the it'll melt in with what I got already painted. Okay. Like I say, it's almost like dealing with watercolor now, doing what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm not worried about the little drips that's going on with it. That don't faze me. Okay. You just let it do what it's doing. It's okay. You just keep letting it do whatever. All right. Okay. Actually, I'll go up with it like this. Right up to the top there. And now, if you notice on the bottom, it's obviously done. This is what happens when you paint on a vertical surface. All right. it obviously gravity just brings it downward. I just take a towel and just keep wiping it away. And now I got a towel above my tablet, on top of my tablet, so it doesn't drip all on there and cause me any headaches. But it's okay. Now when this is totally dry, I got to go over the border, which is taped. I can guarantee you this tape isn't white underneath. The tape soaked the water, the paint soaked underneath. So I'll just paint all of this black. No big deal. Oh no, this is an actual canvas, Diana. This is 24 by 36. No, that's real wood. This is an actual canvas. And no, the gentleman lives here in Utica, so it will be in the back seat of my truck. I send it to him. Yeah. And this is, I believe, this is the largest one so far that I've done for a client, because he is kind of, well, he got a penchant for large paintings. When I did portraits and other things for him, they were pretty big. They were like 18 by 24 and such, you know, and he gets like these big canvases. No, let me show you something also. Remember those little lines that were showing through? You see they disappear, right? And that's what happens. Also, the lines that were being the streak lines, as you notice, they're not there. They're gone. Okay, they're gone. All right. Now, let me show you something else, because as I did this in series of grays and such, you see that little light area? Okay, that's pure white, while everything else was gray and faded. So you get, once you get these different values in there. Okay, all down in here. Okay, a little bit in there, because I did that on purpose. I only went so far, and then that's where all that happened earlier. Then, because some of this paint came off, but that's great. This is on purpose. This just happened to happen because I had glycerin. And glycerin and water, not a good mix. It washes away, but in washing it away, it just gave me more depth. So I never corrected it. The only one I corrected was this one. This one I did when the paint was dry. I just matched Mars Black, okay, in water, and put the little rock face back in. Okay, but it all matches it all. It's all included in there. All right. Oh no, he's from the islands. He's from the islands. You know, he was born there and raised there, but he moved to the States with his family. Yeah, he's an older gentleman. Geez, I think he's in his 80s. I think he is 82 or something like that. So, yeah, this is like a memory thing for him, you know. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of blue into this. I still got enough water, not much blue, just a little dot like that, because I'm gonna get different variations of this color just to add more depth into it. I think I still got enough water in this. I think I don't need to have it as watery as I did before. It's still wet, so it will still be blendable. Now it's a little more paint than water, but once again, I want to add, I should have used a smaller brush than this. I shouldn't have used maybe such a thick brush, but we'll work at it. But okay, say like here, maybe I want to, well, we'll go downward. Once again, it's more, got a little more paint than water. It's all right. And I'll just kind of darken that part right in here like that. I'll just darken it. Now, remember, it's still fairly wet, so I can get away with doing what you see me doing, which is just, now I'm not pressing too hard, so I'm getting a darker tone in there, just like that. And it'll blend naturally by its own lonesome. Whatever little bubbles or things that are popping up there, they'll disappear. Okay, all right. Here, I want it dark, but I want it behind the mountain. You follow me? Okay. And so I'll just turn it around. All right, I'll just kind of go here and do one of these numbers. Now, usually I would use, like I said, I would use a smaller brush to do this, but mash that in there. But I just want that lighter tone or that darker shade to come through like that. Okay, these little bubble things, they'll disappear. Because once again, it's water, it's just gravity doing what it's doing. Just like that, go right to the edge there and just let it do whatever. It's just gonna, you know, it'll pop or disappear and all of that stuff. But I don't want to do it pretty much. I don't want to pretty much do it everywhere. Okay, it'll just fade away. I can probably play around with a little bit of that. I don't know. Let's kind of deal with let's get me some more here. Like I said, you guys don't see me just getting some more paint, really. And I'll just come out here and just kind of wipe it in there like that, just to darken it up a little bit. Let's subdue this a little bit too. So we'll just kind of come here and we'll just kind of, I'll go this way, I'll just darken it. So I'm just going to be coy and darken from one ray band to the other one. Right about there. And what I'm doing really is just centering the fish, basically. Don't worry about the streaks. Streaks will go away. So basically, I'm just really putting centering the fish. Okay, so it'll be darker here, centering the fish. Okay, and then darker on the other side. All right, this side of the mountain totally submerged. This one is clear. This one is dark, but the mountain in the front is showing. And once again, you see there's no really sharp lines there. Okay, this one bled over because my board is angled, so no big deal with that. If I run into some issue like that, I just take one of these real lightly and just kind of, I can scrape it away a little bit. Of course, you guys don't see that, but I can kind of scrape that away. So it doesn't matter. I'm gonna clean it off this brush because I do got darker version of this paint on there. Okay. That's right, get out of there. Get out of there, get out of there. I'm just using my finger and I just wipe my hand over every pass. It doesn't matter. Just keep going. All right. And just let it keep doing what it's doing. It's all right. And basically what I got to do is just let it dry. All right. And even though you see it's pretty wet, it's about 89 degrees here. I got a a heater going in here, so it temperature raised to about 90, 91, and this stuff will dry. Okay, I can show you what it looks like so far. It's just a little bit after 2 o'clock, still doing pretty good time. So essentially watered down acrylic paint, more or less like a watercolor, except that when it dries, it doesn't turn lighter. It actually gets a little darker. All right, watercolor, because of the light of the paper, watercolor dries lighter. All right, let's pull back. And let's kind of do this. And let's focus. There we go. Okay, now see, it looks a whole lot cleaner, a whole lot neater under here, a little more balanced, a little more even. Okay, and until I put the band here, okay, it almost looks like a square, like a with the dolly painting. So if I put something here and then just go right off the edge, that's kind of what it looks like. Okay. The fish, if I didn't put this in here, okay, the fish will look like it's like popping out of the page, because that's the appearance it did give until I covered it. In here, all in here, all right, is I'll show it to you. It's Iridescent Medium. Got it right from Walmart. Basically what it is just the stuff they use for fingernail polish. It just don't have any color in it, but it's got that shiny stuff all in it. Well, that's what's on the fish here. Okay. All right. Basically on the body, not the fins. All right. A bit on the top here, and you could tell that it's on there if the camera's not going to catch it, but if the light hits it a certain way. All right. But that's what's on the fish. As you can see, I did add purple in the clouds here. There was a line going across this, so I just put extra clouds to cover up that gray line. I finally put the little bit of glow from the sun into the dark part of the clouds in here. The light is, my light bulb actually is shining on this side. You can tell by the reflectiveness. That's glycerin, and it's still wet, still tacky after about 3-4 days. Okay, but once I varnish it, that takes care of that. All right. Okay. But as you see, things on this side has more or less kind of cleared up. I'm just taking my finger and I'm just wiping off the last layer from this mountain. I want this mountain more or less to be in the front, so I'll just take off that little bit of that last layer, just a little bit of it there. All right. Okay. What else? All right, I just keep letting it do what it do. Okay. I could basically start to work on the splash. All right. After I sip my coffee. Sorry, I don't put on any royalty-free music. I'm pretty sure I could find some and just put it on the speakers in the back there and just have it on loop, but nah, it's all right. What I'm going to do with the splash, I can put this back up. Where am I at here? Let's put this back. There. Okay. What I can do essentially, really, is I could more or less clean this up, but it kind of won't be necessary because I'm gonna end up. Well, yeah, I can at least wipe some of it away. I don't want to get rid of the blue. I'm gonna need the blue, so we can just kind of wipe around the blue here, just clean that up a little bit. It's nothing but water and paint. Now I got the palette taped to the glass palette. This is a stay wet palette, not a big one. Don't really need one that big. Okay, I'm not really one for using 300 colors when I can probably mix them, so I don't tend not to buy too many colors, because like I say, if I can usually mix and get whatever color I'm looking for. All right. You know, if you buy the primary and the secondary colors, you can mix anything you really want to mix. Actually, I could have made my own iridescent paint. You know, all you do is take some medium and put glitter in it. And see, you don't have to pay $7. So, and I have done it. I have made my own iridescent stuff. Okay. Now I find myself wiping this off less and less, is because it's starting to dry. You can tell it's starting to dry because acrylic paint dries flat, so it is starting to dry a wee bit. So, but as you can see, with the different mixtures of gray that I've done, like I say, if you see the schools of fish here, okay, they're all in here, and then you got the two bigger ones here. They're a mixture of the colors that are opposite on the color wheel. So we have a version of gray that is purple and yellow. We have a version of gray that is blue and orange, and we have a version of gray that is red and green. And then the rocks are black and white for the neutral gray. All right. So, oh, Diana, Bill is a good friend of mine, longtime friend. He was a drummer for a quartet group we were in Tucson, Arizona, and I attended the church he attended, so I was also the musician there. So we've been partners for a long time, been good buddies. So whenever he has a chance, he pops in and say hey, and watches me literally watches me watch paint dry. So, and pretty much that's what I'm doing, just really letting it dry. And as I'm letting it dry, you see my head kind of tilt toward this ways, because obviously you guys don't see it, but I'm looking at a 40-inch screen. So what you're looking at, I'm looking at, but on a 40-inch screen. And it gives me a different sense of perspective. So I really get to see what it looks like as I'm actually doing it. Okay. So that's why you see me looking over, which would probably be to your right, because the camera, this palette is up to your upper right, up there. All right. Okie dokie. So as this is doing what it's doing, it's drying. Not completely there yet, but it is drying. I can start to work on what I want to do here. Let's do that. As a matter of fact, let's do the band of that separates these two. So let's put this to the lower left somewhere. So I'll cover my head. Okay. So we'll zoom in a bit. I think that should be it. Just move the camera over. I think that should cover just about. That should cover about both sides. Yes, it does. I'll put the focus on it. Okay. So our main thing is this band here. It's not really going to matter much in here, because this is where it's going to be splashes here. We'll probably get some little water trails, maybe going. Actually, the water trails will have to go in reverse. It goes this way, because the fish is turning this way. Since the fish is going in this direction, any flying water goes in that direction if it's on him, so it would go in that direction. It gives a sense of movement. Okay, along with the waves and whatnot. There's waves behind him. There'll probably be some waves in front a little bit. Some bubbles and stuff going out here, you know, get some action going in, and then really that's it. Okay, so we're a lot closer to being done than you think. All right. So he's from the islands of Anegada. I think that's how you pronounce it. So he's from way out there. You definitely need a boat to get there. Okay, what I'm going to do now, there's many ways to do what I'm about to do for the line here. We can have a a kind of a wavy line. We can have a kind of an uneven line. All right, but a line nonetheless. It will look like a camera that's half in the water, half out the water. But because of the daylight, the line would probably be a little bit brighter on the top. Okay, but darker on the bottom. All right, and so it had to be thick enough to see the separation. It'd be a nice little effect, real cool. It's not the most complicated effect in the world. It all depends on how you want to do it. Okay, all right, enough running my mouth. Let's get to work here. Like I say, I'm just jabbering because I want the paint to dry. All right, we'll just use that. I might sneak in a little bit of a, well, you know what? We'll sneak in a little Mars black in this blue. I always tend to use black and blue for a deep maroon or deep violet. We'll just use a little bit of Mars. We'll use a little bit of Mars black and Mars blue for maybe the darker part of it. All right. Okay. But we're definitely going to use going to use white. I need a brush that can maintain a pretty decent, and I got one. Hold on. I need a flat brush that maintains a pretty decent flat edge, actually. And me, I do have a strong tendency to beat my brushes up. It's just, you know, the nature of the beast. I just use them, you know. Okay, this brush is nothing but it's a flat brush. Actually from China. It's a 3/4 inch brush. All right. Still fairly decent shape. Still maintains a very, I'll put it by the fisher, very sharp edge, as you can see. Very nice, tight edge. All right, kind of what you want. Okie dokie then. As I'm looking at this, like I say, the top part of this is going to be white anyway. I can do the line. I might not do it. I'll probably stop it here because there's going to be, like I say, splashes and stuff. I'll do the splashes in a way it doesn't really obscure all of the fish. I'll probably put a lot of it out here. And probably start it up here, come here, out this way, probably behind here. And then I'll stumble in some misty stuff and I'll, you know, a lot of action is going to go on there. A lot of bubbles and stuff is going to happen up around here. I won't totally obscure all of, I better be careful doing that because I'm rubbing the sparkle stuff all in the water. But, you know, maybe that'll work. But it'll be out that way because the waves will be going out in that direction. Whatever droplets I tend to put here, and I'm going to, will come out here in that direction. And I'm going to trail it to where it appears that, you know, he as he jumped out, he's turning this way to try to escape the hook. Okay, so whatever splash, whatever droplets, they're going to curve and go in that direction. All right. Okay, let's try this. Let's do this. Let's get it done. Let's get her done. All right. I'll use just pure titanium white and see if I can do this without messing it up. A lot of things you do, if you're not used to doing them, is definitely what is called a bravery test, you know. All right. Okay. I'll probably start it up around in here. Give a good press. And I might even have a little bit of a curve. Who knows? Like that. Now once it starts turning blue, get some more white. So that means I already know that I'll probably be going over this again. Come out here. Make it pretty visible too. All right. Let's do it from here. Let's give it a little up curve like that. And then we'll come down. Get some more white. Now you see how blue that got? All right, so what I'm gonna do is rinse off my brush. I really want it to be pure white. All right, so we'll get rid of this. Get rid of that. Go back into some pure titanium white. Come on down there like that. Rinse off my brush. We're gonna build that up. Remember, if you see like hints of blue, whatever, that doesn't matter, because remember, it's gonna get darker underneath there. Okay. So hashtag don't panic. If I have to go over this line again, I will. No big deal. I don't think I have enough. Need some more white, but that's okay. I'm gonna need some more white anyway for the bubbles and for the spray and all of that, so none of that matters. We'll keep it going here. Some people, when they do stuff like this, especially when your main subject is a fish, of course the fish, if he's coming out of the water, of course he's going to have waves and all sorts of stuff going on in front of him. So I know you want to show most of the fish, of course, you know, it is the subject, right? But you also want to show the splash. But then again, if you put too much splash, that means you obscure the fish, right? Decisions. I know. It can be a little daunting. Okay. This is where you get kind of strategic and start putting things in certain areas. You know. Now, you also got to keep in mind, with a painting this size, you're not really, see, I can show this to you guys. You're not really going to kind of see it this close. All right. You usually see a painting from about 6 feet away. So it'd be, you know, somewhere back there, or even smaller. All right. You're not really going to, you know, really sneak up on it. All right. All right. That'd be all right. Right about there. Okay. So well, hold on. Let's see if I can get some paint on the tip of this. As it dries, if you start seeing little bits of color coming through, and you will, you just go back over it again. Boom. Go on back over. It's all right. Because I'll be going over this a couple of times, more or less. And it's all right. It's okay. It's all good. Okay. Once again, there will be a band of dark just underneath this. All right. And it's just going to, a little bit of blue and black together. So we'll put the blue and black right down here. And I'll add a little more A little more blue in there. Just like that. It's a little half and half thing. Okay. Right in here. Just like this. Come on. Just like that. Keep it going. Just like that. All right. Just going from the other side here. Give it a little press. Just like that. As you see, I'm picking up all sorts of white. It's all right. Yep, if I have to, I'll go over this again twice too. Just like that. I really don't need to put it here. I don't need to put it here. I don't need to put it here. Like I say, once again, it will be obscured by foam and waves and probably some waves going at, who knows, maybe the waves will go up, just, who knows, but it'll be some activity going on over there. So I don't necessarily have to put that line through there. I mean, I can put it there and have the commotion go on behind him. Okay, so if I put the wave there, it will put him in the water. Okay, and I would have the waves go behind him. I'll show you an example. Let's grab some black real quick. Grab a little bit of blue. We'll just put it back over here. A little black and blue. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's say if I did do that, where I'm dealing with the black, so I will come here, come up around in here like that. All right. Okay. Now that puts him in the water. You understand? I didn't necessarily have to do that because if I got waves and foam going on, that will put him in the water because it's going to obscure a little bit of the fish. All right. All right. Right back here. There's some of this dark here. All right. And then we'll kind of give him a little whatever up in here. And I'll kind of play around with it out that way. But basically just kind of drawn back. That's a little bit blue. Let's put some more white in there like that. There, like that. But it's gonna put him in there. We'll kind of wave him out there like this. Just a little push or something there. So we know we got some commotion going on right in that area in there. All right. But now that puts the fish in the water. Nobody's talking to me. Oh, I think I seen somebody reply. Hey Jessica, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? All right. So, as you see, we're really coming down to the wire here. Sweet. I'm gonna show you a little trick here. Okay. I'm gonna show you a little trickety trick. Let's get some tape. About, yeah, it'd be about that long. Let me show you something here. I'm gonna take this tape. I'm gonna put it on my lap here because like I said, I got a beach towel here on my leg, and so I'm gonna take a lot of that sticky stuff. Actually, I could just raise it up. I'll raise it up about that high. I'll show you this real quick like. Because once again, because I'm so close to finishing this, I can kind of doing this. Good news to hear, Jessica. Good news to hear. All right. And I'll keep doing this until I get a lot of hairs and stuff on the bottom of the tape. All right, something like that. All right, let's go. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Well, yeah, let's go around here. Actually, let's pull that out. Let's go about. Yeah, we'll go about here. Lightly, just put the tape on there. Just, you know, because it's dry here anyway, so no biggie. Okay, let's take a wide, yeah, we'll take a brush like this. Okay, let's get some white. We'll cover it with white real good here. But check out what I'm doing here, okay? All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of a little bit of that sea color here. Well, it's actually turquoise. So we'll take some of that. A very little bit. Boom. Just put it in there. Okay. Get some more white. Very, very light. This is almost like a dry brush type of thing. But watch what I'm going to do here with this light color. Very, very, very light. And when I'll just take it. I'll just take it very light, and I mean light, very light, and we'll just cut. Well, that wasn't cool. Let's go straight down. All right, that little wiggly thing wasn't right, but it's all right. We'll straighten it out. Very light, very airy, very light. I'm gonna keep pressing down till I get what I want. Okay. I can kill some of that by just rubbing my finger on it like that. Something like that. Okay. Then you just peel that off. Now look how tight that is for a sun ray. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, thought you guys would like that. All right, we'll do one right here. I'm looking here. Make sure it's somewhat straight-ish. I'll give it a little press here. All right. Okay. Once again, same deal. Very light. Just keep going up multiple times till you know, very, very light. Very light. Very light. I'm partially on the tape, partially on this thing here. I don't want really too much. Very, very light all the way down. Very light. I'll just keep on going till I get what I'm looking for. Very light. What sells this is really that sharp piece of tape there. Okay. All right. And once again, take it right on off. Got another nice tight light beam going down there. All right. Some are a little brighter than others. Some are a little more dull than others, you know. Let's go way over here. Let's just kind of, let's just move that over there. I'm gonna have to get my nugget out of the way a little bit. All right. So we'll put one right about somewhere around in there. All right, let's get some more of this here paint. We'll tap a little bit of blue in there. We'll just kind of mix it in there. I'm slowly popping in some white. We'll keep it like primarily on one side. No biggie. All right, we'll do it right from here. So it's a little bit on the bluish side. It's okay. And once again, just kind of come on down. Very light, very light. And if you notice, I'm only really primarily going on one side to keep it kind of keep it kind of straight there. All right. I mean, you can go from the other side and do the same thing. It's whatever you prefer, whatever your preference is. All right. I think I got enough just to kind of, I don't have to have it like super exaggerated for this one. This one's very light. And I'm just doing really on one side. I got the little bit of a streaks. That's fine. Ta-da! See, doesn't that tighten it up a little bit? We can do like a part of one. We can do that too. Like say here, we'll add a little more. Some of that dried up, so we'll just add a little more of this blue. Okay. So let's say we got something up in here a little ish. Okay. But it's strong on one, like it's strong in the middle, but not necessarily on the bottom and not necessarily all the way on the top. We can kind of tighten this up here because it's more like the same color, so we'll kind of hide that. But it ends right around in here. Rub it away a little bit. And you know, kind of bring it down to there. So that brings one back there somewhere. Okay, we can do the same thing here because it's got white in it already, or it's a lighter color. We'll just kind of keep rub that one in, and we're just bringing it downward. We're just toning down that stripe back there. We can do a little something here too. It just tones that because you already got it in here. We got one back here, believe it or not. Okay, and once again, partial ray, a partial one. So he's right there, like that. Okay, I don't have to really continue it. I mean, it's actually coming up from up here, so we'll just have it going in the other direction, just like that. Don't necessarily have to meet in the middle. All right, your call. Don't have to. But like I say, it's really up to you. It's your choice. We got another one back there, right here. He's not that important. I gotta do it the other direction, where most of the blue is here. Very light, still very light. I don't have to have him go all the way down anywhere. Like so. No big deal. All right. So that kind of cleans that up. All right. 98% of this is like dry. All right. Don't worry about that. That's not part of the painting. I'll use this finger. Okay, see? Yes. See? Dry. So don't have no fear. We're good. Okay. I'm glad it's going okay. I'm reading it as I'm talking. I'm looking at the text. So I see you. Okay. I see you. All right. Alrighty. Okay. I really don't need this, I don't think, anymore. So we can kind of trash that. And basically, if you want to do sunbursts or stuff like that, you take some tape, put the sticky end on some cloth a few times so it's not as sticky and it doesn't peel off your paint. And that's how you do you can do your sun rays. Okay. All right. Like I said, I needed to tighten it up a little bit anyway. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily have to draw back. Let's just go here. Right about in this direction here. Okay. So, let's deal with some splashes. Let's get some mist going and all of that good stuff. All right. Let's scrape up. Well, actually, not more of a scrape, then I gotta clean all this up. So we'll just kind of put it right there. Okay. And I'm just using a little Windex. All right. Up to you if you want to use Windex or whatever. It depends really on your you know, how strong your nose is. Because, you know, some of this ammonia stuff can leave your work area smelling like a hospital bed. So it's really up to you how much of this you want to use. All right. 241. We're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. I'm just wiping up a lot of this. This is actually the top of my Stay Wet palette. No, it isn't. It's the bottom of the Stay Wet palette. All right. I don't need a sponge because I'm working on such a large paint area, and I needed so much paint, watered down paint, that it just didn't make any sense to use the Stay Wet paper when I got this hard plastic I can deal with. All right. Hey, how you doing, Gracie? Good to see you, Gracie. Okay, a little bit of titanium white. Okay, we'll do a couple of layers of splash and foam. I'm going to use a palette knife because it gives me some nice random stuff. All right. As I'm looking at it here, I gotta think for a second of where I want what. Actually, let's color that in. So I'm gonna take a little white, we'll put it right here. I'll take a little bit of this blue, we'll put it right here. And we'll just kind of mix it a little bit. That looks like it'd be somewhat good enough, somewhat. Okay, and also a little bit on that light, on the light side, which is fine. I'll spread it out real thinnish, like that. Okay. And I guess what I'll do for this pass is I'll take a little swipe like that, just like you're doing a mountain or something. I'll bring it closer to the fishy here. Okay. Now you can really see that iridescent stuff also. Because like I said, certain bits of light will catch it, but what you see up there look like little fish scales. It's that iridescent paint, which dries very clear, but you can kind of see it there. You see it down in here. Okay, you see a little bit here. It's where the light's hitting it, right in there. All right. Okay, let's take this little roll of paint. All right. Now we're gonna do our splash and whatever. Now the reason why I have this light blue is because we'll put the white on top of that, so it once again gives depth to your paint. We're going behind the fish. All right. We go behind the fish, and you just come out this way, just like that. Now watch what happens. Now this is called incidental art, incidental strokes. So what is happening is going to happen. You follow me? Now you got instant texture also doing this. You know, the splash is pretty heavy here, but it kind of radiates outward like that. You got me? So look at the way it's looking already. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Come out here, it radiates outward like this. All right, but I wanted to show you what it will look like. And I think I'm running out of blue already. The shame of it all. We're gonna come here and do the same thing pretty much, right behind his little fishy head, right out that way. Come out that way. Up in here. Okay. I don't think I got too much of this left. Not like I can't make any more, you know. Got a little bit in here. Come out here. Let's mix some more because I didn't make enough. I hope what I'm doing is making a little sense to you. And you really, what you're doing is actually, you're oh no, how did I do this? Oh well, a hoodie just bit the dust. I did not know I put that much paint on my hoodie. I must have paint. Yeah, I do. There it is. I don't know how this happened, but what you see here is now on my hoodie. So another one bites the dust. It's all right. Another one bites the dust. Do you know how many clothes I got that are like in the artistic boneyard? Let's just keep that a secret. Let's see how you can. All right, but you see the direction? You see all that directional spray going out that way? All right, you follow me? And that's just here. And that's light blue. We didn't even get to the white stuff yet. Okay. Stacking up fluids. Oh, Gracie. You know, we're gonna put you on that. We're gonna put you on that show, Intervention. Now, doing the splashes this way, okay. One, it brings a lot of action to this guy. Bring a lot of action to what he's doing. Okay, which obviously he's essentially just you know exploding out of the water because he has a hook in his mouth. So, yeah. But now you see, it brings a different dynamic to your work here. Okay. And that's with a palette knife. All right. I didn't even go down below yet. Okay. Now down below here, okay, we can essentially do the same thing, more or less. Okay. But I think I'm gonna use probably a brush and kind of give kind of a foamy deal to it. All right. Since the droplets are going to go this way, I can have the foam kind of trail this way, so it almost like a yin and yang type of deal. You follow me? Because he's going in this direction, so the foam pattern bubble pattern will probably go this way. The other stuff will go that way, so there'll be all sorts of stuff going on. All right. Oh, she caught that. She caught that. I can only sing about that much of it though. Okay. So we'll let this tack up. We'll get to this. Let's play down below here. Now down below, I don't necessarily have to use the paddle knife. I can use either a big filbert or I can use a flat brush. Either one kind of works. All right. I'll take a little bit of white, just like that, and just put it on the side of the brush. Yeah, you guys can see that. All right. Put on the side of the brush, like so. I will tint this white just a little bit. Okay. So it's not totally stark white. Okay. Remember, I want the let's pull back a little bit. Well, no, let's do this. Right, I do that. Let's put this up and to the left. All right, now we're just, instead of pulling back, I'll just move downward and maybe around here. Okay. Now look at the direction of where the fish is going. All right, so when he got hooked, all right, he's swimming, he pops out. So that's where the trail of the bubbles will be. You got me? So, in that sense, you go around, go around, go around. So all up in here, all up in here. Let's get some more side of the brush, I'll stick to doing it on one side of the brush so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. So all in here, it goes up this way, all up in here. Let's get a little bit more white, a little touch of blue. You got to make the sounds or it don't work. I'll lightly show you the pattern, curve pattern. It's going to curve. It's going to curve. It's going to curve this way. So you're going to put your stuff, your little circular bubbly stuff, all up in here. But it's going to go in that direction. I'm not going to add any water. I'll just keep dry brushing it. That way. Do you have to use a flat brush? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But I just wanted to show you. And remember, this is not totally white. It's this off-white type of thing happening here. And we're going to put little bubbles in here and all of that. Let's get some more white paint. Because essentially you're just dry brushing all of this. So you're doing it in layers. All up in here. Get a curve going in there like that. It comes down behind here. Get some more paint. This is canvas, it's not watercolor paper, so it's a different feel. Okay, and you're pretty close to this, as if you don't need a rocket scientist to see that. You know, your canvas is fairly close. There's a lot of action over here around his tail area. And yet you still see his tail. So essentially it's like you drawing mist underwater, essentially. A little brighter white, so I'll stick in here. Okay. Very light. I'm still coming up above. I'll curl it under here. So once again, we're still kind of showing motion under the water. Okay, Diana, but I appreciate you coming by and saying hey. Like I say, I may be over there stirring the pot. But thank you, I appreciate it. Stopping by. You see the little slick motion lines I'm putting under here also. It's just showing you which direction Mr. Fishy's taken before he becomes on a platter on somebody's restaurant. All right. See? I'm still getting a little touch of white. I'm going to dip into a little bit of water. Just a little bit. Because I still want things seen here. I'm going in a circular motion, and it's just really. Now, what I'm doing is he's being pulled out of that, or he's jumping out of the water there. Okay, you obscure only a little bit of Mr. Fishy here, which is why I'm adding a little water to this white. Like so. Of course you don't see that because I got it obscured by the I'll put it over here. All right, so a little bit of it is being obscured, a little. I'm dipping just the tip of the brush into the water to loosen up the white paint, which when you loosen up white paint, some of the ochres and stuff, it leaves kind of a residue. Okay, So even this cloudy stuff you see me doing here, it's going to leave a residue. So you're not really obscuring as much as you think. I'll put it all up in here, a little bit up in here, cross a little bit of that cross a little bit of that line up there. Okay. Just like that. Now what's happening underneath the water is more than what's going on up above, because up above, remember, is that light blue. All right. Okay, but once again, you still see the details of the fish, but you know, it's still underwater. You follow me? All right, Greasy, I shall see ya. All right, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, pearlescent acrylics are awesome. They're pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay. Let's move up. Let's let that get a little more solid. Let's go up here to this fella. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use it's not quite dry yet. I'm looking at it, and it still needs some more cooking to do. So let's go back down here. Let's go back down here. Let's take a liner brush, script liner. I'm going here into the white. I'm going into some white here. Okay. All right. Watch this. Now this paint is mainly dry, so I can kind of have some fun here. Let's kind of pop some bubbles in there of different sizes. Put them in there. All right, we get some all up in here like this, like that. Just put them in there. It's gonna seem kind of daunting right now, but I'll show you a little trick here while I'm doing this. But we're gonna put them in here. But there's something I'm gonna do while I'm doing these guys. They're kind of big up above. They're a little smaller going down below. Okay. They're a little smaller down below. They'll get a little more spread apart and smaller. And there's a trail for these guys also. I'll put in some more nice size ones up around here. We're coming around here. I have a paint marker that can actually do this quite faster. Believe it or not. Put them in here like this. Pop a big one in there like that. You'll see what I'm doing here in a minute. Put another nice one in here. Come on in here. Don't be afraid to paint over this fish. All right. This fish will be done today. Definitely will be done today. Actually, what I'm getting prepared to do really is an optical illusion. I'll make it look a lot more than what it truly is. I'll pop a nice one in there. Like this. Going in there like that. All up in here. Pop a big one right here. Smaller one right there. Oops. Hold on, guys. Okay. Once again, I'm gonna, it'd be like a nice little optical illusion, but we're gonna kind of watch this. I'll do a trail of bubbles. Remember, this fish is traveling here. Okay. I'll put them in sporadically, but watch this. As I'm doing this, I'm going to create like a little bubble line, which is going to make a path to the direction of where this fish is heading. But I'm just using the bubbles. The bubbles will do it. See how you can get this fish to travel? All right. See all these little hints you can do? So we're telling the viewer who's looking at this fish getting hooked and about to be a tuna platter somewhere, he's traveling. Can't believe I just wrecked this hoodie. Actually, yes, I can believe it. I can believe it quite well. But I'm gonna put the bubbles in there. Now I'm on canvas, so I'm painting over all these little dips and little holes and stuff. And I gotta put the camera, I gotta actually situate myself in a way where I'm not totally in you guys' way, but I gotta paint these bubbles as they're kind of trailing. And you don't put the bubbles in a straight line, don't do that. Bubbles in nature are not in a straight line, but you can kind of see, you know, the direction he's going. And I'm gonna put some way back here. Okay, some stragglers. See that? Put some stragglers back there. You got a nice load of them all up in here. Okay, right on top of the mist. Put some all up in here and have some bubbles run into each other up there. If you guys can see that, yeah, you guys can see it. All right. And once again, I'm doing a lot of this because I got to let the paint up above kind of put it right in there. Put some other ones in there. There's not really much light source to these bubbles. You can do it. I mean, I wouldn't. All right, because, well, you know, quite frankly, they're underwater. I mean, you can do it, but, you know, up to you. If you want to, you know, pop a light source in there with them. Maybe some of the big ones you can do it. All of this is a quick little curved dot. Up to you if you want to go through all of that. Okay, as you can see, it's really up to you if you want to do all of that. That's a lot to do. You just do certain size ones to put them in there like that. But you see, it looks more like bubbles. Okay. All right, now watch this. Watch this. We'll take the old trusty fan brush. I'll pick this one. Dip it in water. Get some white paint. Now watch where you're going with this. Okay. And then you add some of these fellas in there. Really put it in there though. So you don't be scared to really use that paint. See, now you got more bubbles, but we're gonna trail these guys. Trail it. Let it follow right down there. Just like that. More movement. You got me? See, now he's in the water. The fish is in there. Okay. Just like that. All right. All right. Okie dokie then. We're almost getting there, guys. We're almost getting there. Let's Let's pull back a little bit. You guys see what, because you guys have been looking at it pretty close. Let's pull back a little bit. And we'll move it. Well, we'll move it up. Well, we don't have to really move it at all. I can just put the focus on it. You see where we are. All right, let's put this down in this way. Let's hide my head again. So we'll put it back up again. You see, I was looking there. Okay. Now you see the split in the water. Okay. All right. Let's zoom up. Sorry, watch my thumb. Pardon the thumb. All right, let's kind of put that up here. We'll concentrate on what we're going to do out here. Okay. Let's use a drink of coffee. Ann Peters, how are you? Whoever you are. See you later, Ann. Okay. Let's put a little bit of spray in here before we go to putting more white foam in here. Let's put some gentle-ish mist happening. We're going to use now, because this stuff is already semi-wet. I'll dry brush the fog or the mist just using the titanium white. All right, and what I'm going to do is just kind of add the kind of little bits of foam, little misty stuff going on in there, and I'm just going to keep adding the titanium white. All right, it's going to kind of mix with what you see happening there. Yep, I'm gonna cover Mr. Fishy with some of it. All right, so my Mr. Fish will be covered with this stuff. I'm gonna bring some out here to the side, just like that. Can you see what it's starting to look like now? Of course not. I painted it too far that way. All right, but now you can see what's happening there. Okay, I'm going to need some more white, and that's okay. We're going to get some more white going on in there. Now I knew that the white and the blue will mix together because the blue isn't totally dry, but that's okay. We'll just pop in a few. I don't want to kind of kill the intensity of the white, so I'll add the white like that. I'll just do it a little bit at a time. It all will add up just like this, and I'm making it go in a certain direction if you don't notice. Okay. It's just really, you know, little bits of spray and what have you. Now remember, this is not the final bit. I've got the rest of the palette stuff, the palette knife to use, and I'm just once again, and I'm shooting this in a directional. Let's say the fish is the center point. And all of this mist that you see is going outward. Okay, it's still going outward. Even the little misty stuff here is shooting outward. So right now I'm just giving a bunch of misty, airy water stuff going on there. So even the little bluey stuff here, I can thin it out. In which that's what I'm doing, just really getting it really thin there. All right. This way, come out. I don't want to get rid of a lot of the blue that you're looking at. But I am going to bring some of that mist up into the fishy like this. All right, you got to include it into where the fish is. You don't totally have to cover him, but you do got to include some of the mist in there. Okay, you can kind of scumble some of that foam in this direction, all down in here. You see what I'm doing here? Down below. So you have action up above, you got action down below, but still following the flow. I don't want to obscure all the fish, so I'll kind of put it out here. My brush just fell out of my hands. Oh, I can still get it. Okay. That's nice. Just like that. Of course, you guys don't see that because, well, quite frankly, the screen is in the way. There we go. But you see where I'm going with it. All right. Let's just make the screen disappear. How about that? There. All right. Now you see where things are happening there. Okay. All right. All right, let's take a palette knife. We'll take a smaller palette knife. We're mainly going to use titanium white. We'll spread it out pretty evenly. Take a swipe of it. And now we're going to get onto the white, kind of the white foam. All right, like I said, I didn't want to obscure all of this guy, but now the white foam, we're going to come out here and aim it outward. Come out here, aim it. Look like big, just splashing waves coming out of here. Just like this, come on out. And he's got this stuff happening all over the place. He's really, really angry. Okay. All right. This thing is not happy. Would you be happy? Getting yanked out the water with a hook in your mouth? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, you wouldn't be happy either. So he's a little peeved. But he tastes so good. Once again. All directional, all right? All directional. Come out here. Put some of that spray up into the clouds. It brings the clouds back. You got me? Just like that. Okay. Thank you, Marilyn. How are you? Appreciate you stopping by. So let's look at what we got so far. I'll pull back just a little bit here. Just a couple more. I think that almost center. That's good. Back. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Not too far off either. All right. So he's being hooked. He's going in this path. He jumps up. He turns because he's being hooked. He's trying to get away from the hook. So now we got our splash a little bit behind this guy, a little bit in front, obscures him a little bit. Okay, got the foam, you got bubbles and stuff happening underneath the water here, going around. His cousins don't care. Okay, he got a school here going away, and they're like, it sucks to be him. So we got this all cleaned up and dry. She's all good down here. Okay, all right. So, the fish turning. Okay, if we put a series of bubbles painted here, the drops would kind of gather here and turn out this way at a curve. So now you got a direction going up and out, but now you got the direction of the fish head from here going that way, or you take it and just go downward. All right, but I would just take it and go this way. Okay, so as he's jumped out the water, he's turned, so the droplets will go in the direction of where the turn started here, going that way. You follow me? Okay, so we shall do some of those. How about that? You think that would be cool? I think that would be cool. I do. After I put a lightning bolt in the background. Why am I going to put a lightning bolt in the background? Because I think it look neat. Now you think I would put the lightning bolt where the storm cloud is, somewhere over here, but I want my lightning bolt over here. But that wouldn't make any sense. The lightning bolt would just be over here, wouldn't it? But I still want it over here. I know it wouldn't make any sense. I know it wouldn't. Leave me alone. I'll put my lightning bolt right here. Leave me alone. Put my lightning bolt where I want it. I know it don't make any sense. I know it don't. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. I know my lightning bolt don't look right over there. Leave me alone. Don't bother me. Okay. Droplets. I should just get my white marker and do the droplets. That would be so much quicker. It really would. Yeah, I'll probably do that, because we are getting really, really close to the end of this. But I would like to say I thank you guys for watching. Some of you have watched right from the beginning, and we're going on 2 hours and 4 minutes. Now, the rest of the painting, I might not, I think I'll sign it over here on the right. I usually don't sign my name on the right. We're so close to this being done, I'm going to just sign my name. I'm not going to show you me painting the frame. I don't think nobody wants to look at that. There. All right, I just put my name down on the lower right hand side. All right. I should have put some seagulls in there somewhere. Nah. I could, but I most likely won't. Okay. But what I can do, because I'm really done with this, and I really don't want to bore you any longer. What I can do, I can show you what it looks like without the tape being on it. Doesn't that sound frightening? Actually, what I can do, I can probably just save this tape and just darken the, let's see if the tape would hold. So hold on for me for a second, guys. Let me see if this tape will hold. Then I'll just put the paint on it while I'm taking it off. It just kills two birds with one stone. Heck, y'all guys been here this long, you might as well wait a little while for the paint, right? And it's just black paint, really quickly. I think we might be able to get away with this. Let's put this over here. Let's just get some nice glob of paint here. Well, thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate it. Oh, see, now Jessica's gonna get in trouble. I know she's supposed to be over there eating, and she's doing fish pictures. See, she thinks she's funny. She thinks she's being cute. All right, okay. Yeah, let's do this. Actually, let's get rid of you for a second. Let's put you up there. Let's reach around, and let's put you right there. Oh, not there though. Let's get you just as close as possible. Let's put you right there. So I'm gonna try to do this intelligently. Let's go up above here. Let's put the focus back on. I know it came out of focus there. All right. So what I'm going to do really is just paint the bottom. I'm trying to do this about as smart as I can here. Okay. So I might as well kill a couple of birds with one stone. It's fairly warm in here, so I can pretty much get away with as long as you're on here. And what I'm going to do to keep an even line is I'll paint downward like this. I'll paint down, because if the tape just lifts up, that kind of kills it. Okay. I can use a bigger brush. I won't. This brush is pretty much the size of the area I got to paint anyway, so it's all good. I just get some more paint. This is a large canvas, you guys. So, but it's worth it to do what I'm doing right now, just to get it done. Okay. And I'm gonna try to keep it nice and solid so I don't have to really repaint it. So it's really me painting it really good the first time around. Okay. And I'm not using any wore down paint. This is the thick stuff that I'm using actually. I gotta come down here to this edge. This is where my monitor is. So let me just kind of get from over here. Just like that. Once again, because I knew that the bottom edge is going to be stained, and it's just because of the water seeping through the tape. I knew it was going to happen. All right, so I already knew that I was going to paint this black, and that's all right, because with the black border here, what's going to happen is that it pulls you into the piece. So all good in the hood, all good. All right, and I'll just keep it moving here. Once again, very lightly. very lightly. I'll just straighten all of that out. It's pretty warm in the room, so what I'm doing will be, it will dry rather quickly. All right, okay. Where am I here? Let's put this brush right there. Okay. If I had some sense, I would just do it from up above. But then again, I said if I had sense. Let's move you up and out the way for a second. Okay, let's pull you downward. Just like that. Let's pull you downward. Just like that. Let's act like we got some sense this time, Mr. Gray. Okay, we're going here. I have to actually get up to make sure what I'm doing is correct. And I have to do it lightly because I know some of this up here isn't really the most dry, and I really don't feel like repainting. I really don't want to repaint. Okay, I think we're good here. I think. Now I'm gonna have to actually stand up. We'll bring this way up here, just like this. Maybe I have to stand up, maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll start from this. We'll start from the far side, up this way, right up here. Flip my brush over. And very carefully. Just like that, get some more paint. And we continue on. I'm looking at it here. I'm just making sure I don't have any gray edges or gray areas and any bit of black that's not covered well. All right, all right. The reason why I just stopped because a big chunk of black paint just popped, so I didn't wanted to hit the painting anywhere. So I was just making sure I didn't make that outrageous error. I have been known to do so on a semi-regular basis. All right, we got this little bit of corner left. I don't know if I got enough black paint. We'll see. We'll just keep working at it here. I'll just keep on working at it. Very lightly. Very lightly. I think we're good up there too. All right. Let's place this down here. Let's remove this. Look at that. All right, and all right. Let's do the same thing down here on the bottom. Just gotta be careful. Ha! All right. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh boy. Once again, once it's totally Now, I am going to run into a problem on this side because of the glycerin. This side, not so much. So guess what we'll do? We'll do this side first, somewhat. Ugh. All right, I'm going to have to really be mindful here because I know that this side isn't really, I'm just going to have to really be careful right in here. I'll gently press. See, I would rather have that happen really than anything else. I would really rather have that happen. That tape curling and falling like that is fine. That I don't mind. I would rather have that happen all day. Oh, I need some more black paint. Yes, I would rather have the paint curl or the tape curl. That I don't care. You can curl as much as you want. It's all good. Okay, here we go. Opposite side. Let the tape curl. It's all right. Let it curl. Let it curl. It's all right. It's all good. Come on down. Come on down. Straighten it up there. Come on down. Come on down. I got black paint on my phone. Not good. Let me get it quickly here before it kind of dries on the phone. Oops. It happens. Things happen. So well, it's all right. Okay. I'm just going back up, get the strokes kind of even there, and then just slowly peel this off, just like so. Look at that. Nice, tight, there, nice tight edge. As you can see, it will bring the photo into the painting. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to get up. This one here is going to be the toughest to do because I can't tape that edge because of the glycerin on the water part. It's still very wet. You can see by that part is wet. Everything else is probably cool. This I can't. I just can't. So I actually have to do it by hand. All right. Okay. Let's move us this. No, let's move us this way. All right. So you should be able to somewhat see me. There's just no way. Well, hold on. Maybe I'm talking. No. I don't think so. I mean, let me see. I personally don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll give it. I mean, I can at least give it a shot. And all I have to do, really, if I do fudge it up, because I'm known to do that on a regular, all I have to do really is just repaint it, which is something I don't want to do. Not now, just no. But we'll see what happens. Right now, once again, I will paint. This one I'll just do rather quickly because I'm really on a treacherous part of the painting. See that? But that's okay. That's okay. I already got that part anyway. So all right. There. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. We are cool. We're cool. We're good. We're good. All right. make sure I get all the parts that's supposed to be dark. Once it's it, that's it. And that is it. All right. All right, I'll center this thing and you guys can take a pretty good look at it. Hold on. Okay. Whew. Hold on. Hey, Davey, how you doing, boss? Okay, guys, let's put it right here in the center, somewhat in the center. Let's see if you guys can see the whole thing. You guys, I guess you can somewhat see it, almost, somewhat, even with the black border there. All right. All righty. I think I'm gonna add some spray to this guy. Why not? I'm gonna go add some spray droplets with the fan brush. I just gotta clean off my brush fairly well here and put it back. How you doing, Davey? It's good to see you, boss. Thank you, Davey. Appreciate it. It took me long enough to do it, that's for sure. But you know what? Oh, you know what? That's all right. I just realized that I put the black border on, right? But I gotta use white paint for the spray. So you guys know what's gonna happen. A pure mess. We'll concentrate it on the areas that need to be. So we'll just be very careful. But in case I get splatter up there, it's okay. I can easily correct it. I gotta stand up for this. Actually, I gotta stand up and get the chair out of the way. Actually, I'll just set the chair back. It's just in the way. All right, I'll come over here to the side where you guys can not see me that bad. All right, the spray. The spray would come over here by the it's not enough water. By the waves. I have to be careful with this with the paint, because if you put too much water on it, it'll start to run. All right, and which is something I don't want. So, okay, once we start to put the spray on, I need bigger drops of paint anyway. So I'll just kind of pop it in there, pop it around the fish here a little bit. Go up in here. Really around the wave part, so you can see the action going. Okay, now you see that. Okay, I'm getting a little more. Somewhat near his face, over around in here on this side. Well, pop some here, but it's really, your actions is really around those wave areas. Okay. Really put it in there. And that's all I'm doing, really. Adding a little bit of that action out here. All right, now I got some up in here. That's okay. I can take a paintbrush and quickly just go back over that. That's no big deal. They're out here. Oops, they're out here. A bit, and that's okay. I can go over that too. Actually, I can just keep wiping it. I'll go back over with a black, the black brush. I mean, I got them down here. It doesn't matter. It just happens. All right, I got bits of white down in here, but you know what? That's all right, because it still adds to the painting. Okay, no problem. It's spatter all down here, but it's all right, because you know the bubbles, you're never going to really tell, and most people won't even notice. But we're 98.8% done with this painting. Okay. All right. Let's kind of clean my hands here. Hold on. And yes, I'm using Windex to clean my hands. I got paint and mess all over my hands here. But it's all right. Okay. It is 2:25, which is usually around the same time I usually do one of these and stop. All right, once again, I got to get another brush and just go over my splatter because, you know, things happen. Which isn't really too bad. I mean, going over your splatter marks, it's just one quick once over. The acrylic paint up here is already dry, so acrylic paint dries, especially in the warm room. It does dry notoriously fast, so keep that in mind, ladies and gents. Keep that in mind. Very fast. What you think is wet will have been dried 5 minutes ago. It does dry quickly. Now this is all acrylic. The fish does have iridescent. The fish does have iridescent. Get my shadow out of the way. Iridescent medium on it, which is what I'm trying to say to you guys, which means that when the light catches it, it kind of sparkles a little bit. And we're almost done here. We're close to it, very close to it. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there toward the end here. Almost yanked my audio cord out. It's a 30-foot cord, but obviously I don't walk around 30 feet anywhere with this cord. But I don't really get up too often for a painting because I don't really paint paintings this size too often at all. So, all right, I think we got it here. Okay, just gotta wait for it to dry on that side. Now with this painting, I have to varnish the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing. Yeah. I hope he likes it. I hope it's what he's looking for. And like I say, it is a tuna. It is in the ocean. It does have a hook in its mouth. I was thinking about doing something kind of cute too. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it right now. I think it'd be cute. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't have enough white, of course. I'm gonna do it anyway because I think it's cute. Now, if he gets it framed, of course, he's not gonna see it. But if he doesn't get it framed and he hangs it, then, you know, it'd be a nice looking little thing to do or to see. Right there. go. Now we're done. Hey, Mary, how are you, dear? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing well, Davey. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you, Pittsburgh. All I have to do now is, it's all acrylic, so whew, I just have to let it dry. Let's go back a little bit. Sorry for my hands. It's just the position of the camera. That's about as far back as I can go with this, but you guys can see my face. It's all good. All right, let's pop this in focus like that. All right, now I'm not going to be too much in focus, but the painting is. But all right, hey everybody. Okay, well, as you can see, she's all complete. I used different variations of gray for the schools of fish that you some you know, in here you're gonna have to look for them, but they are in there. There's a number of them in there, you know. They're kind of having a little fun. Okay, you got two of his relatives saying "sucks to be you" as he's being hooked. You can see the trail of where the fish come from. When he jumps out of the water, obviously he's turning this way. Oh, I was supposed to do something. I forgot. I can still do it. But actually, he's turning this way. You got the splash, not totally obscuring all of the fish. Okay, you can still see them. Obviously, down below, it gives you a depth and a depth of distance with that part of the tail there. Okay, you know, you see the frothy foam here in the direction he's going. Obviously, he explodes out the water, heading in that direction. What else? No, I think that's somewhat, yeah, about it. I snuck some purple into the gray clouds in here. All right. Got a little cast of the light underneath the bottom. Okay, there. A little bit of gray down there, you know, a little bit of storm coming. You got some gray fading into the kind of whitish blue into the white and whatnot. The light source is obviously coming from the bottom. Okay. What else? I do believe that's really it, though. We got the separation, obviously, of the top part of the water, and then down below. What else? Yeah. Oh, Mary, there's iridescent paint or iridescent medium on the fish. Okay, so you're not going to be able to see it with the light, but actually, you know, if you're close enough, you'll see the iridescence all over the at least the bright part of the fish, usually all up in here. Okay, and really that's it. I guess I hope he likes it. I would have to just actually bring it there and show it to him. Whenever when he's ready, I just gotta give him a call. So as of right now, I have to wait. Hey, Kathy, my goodness, how are you? It's good to see you. What size is this? You need to send it to me. I know it's a commission. It's a commission, cat. But we'll see if it's a successful commission and see if he wants it. If you don't want it, then I guess I'll be ringing your doorbell. It is 24 by 36, so it's 2 by 3 feet. It's big, you know. Yeah, 2 by 3 feet. So I had to take my black board. You guys never seen this. Let me show you this. At least the majority of you haven't. So those who pop on the video, you guys are very familiar with this board. Okay, obviously you guys are familiar with it. This is what I do most of my paintings on. But what you guys are not familiar with is that I painted on the back of this many moons ago. 2016 as a matter of fact. All right, I was just getting into the Donna Dewberry flowers and whatever. But anyway, the moon, the line of the moon, all this is glow in the dark. The tree lines are glow in the dark. Yeah, but I painted the back of it. Nobody's ever really seen the back of this, but this is what I did. All right. Nobody's ever seen the back of the board. I think I've only taken one picture of this, but I wanted to show it to you guys. At least you guys get to see what the back of the board looks like. So that's what's been in the back of what you guys been seeing through all these videos through the years. Okay. All right. Let's put that guy right there. So that's what you guys have been looking at. Man, yeah, you definitely got plenty. Yeah. I did have an art auction, but I picked the wrong day for it. When I did it, it was Black Friday. Bad time to do an art auction, but I did do one. Just a bad day to do one. You don't do an art auction on Black Friday. But yeah. All right, guys, it is as far as I can see, it's finished. I was gonna do the drips, the water splash going that way, but you know what? I mean, I could, but it would look even more. I would have to highlight it with black, so you can see. You know, you don't need it because I got splashes and stuff going all over the place, and plus you guys can see the pattern. And you do see the line going right up off the page there. Okay. The great thing about it is that now the fish is incorporated into the painting, because until all of this and until I colored this, the fish looked like it was popped out of the painting and everything else was behind it, which I knew was going to look like that until I at least given the water line. Okay, because it looks like a camera half in and half out the water. So I gave the water line and then put all of that up in there. So I'm hoping that he likes it enough to have it hung in his house and everything. I tightened up the water lines going through. You got different variations of the light rays going through. They're all down back here. We got one here. You got one way over here, actually half of one. You don't see it because of the here, but you see it down here. This one's a little closer. The three close ones are there, but you can see them in relation to the topography down below here. Okay, you know, you can partially see them, partially can't. Okay, like I say, you got some of his cousins down there, a group of them here, some of them here. You know, so every painting should tell a story. This one tells a story that he screwed. So. But hopefully this is what the guy wants. I'll find out. Now I gotta take this thing off of the board, put it in the hallway, and varnish this monster. So oh, that's right. That's right, and she's actually in an hour. She's gonna celebrate her birthday online. But yeah, we did have some fun, Kat. That was great. It was cool. That was really nice. That was nice. Yeah, I seen that you were gonna have an auction going on. So I'm just reading what Gracie said in a private message. So, all right, let me see something here. Somebody else texted me. This will be quick here. Hold on. I'm trying to find. There it is. Okay. So it's going on 4 o'clock. All right, let me get up off of here. Let me varnish this thing. But it's great to see you guys. Usually, I'm usually almost on at this time and not really going off the air this time, or later, much later. But I really had to get this done and get it finished. So, not too many times it's taken me a couple of days to do a painting, but I had to for this one. I've been snuck in a daytime lightning bolt there, and even though it should be over there, but I popped it over there. Everything. The only thing I don't have in here are seagulls flying around. Not this painting, maybe the next one. But all right. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I shall see you when I see you. And until then, let me get this thing straight, because when I run my mouth, it only gives me a few seconds. But I shall see you guys when I see you. Till next time.